Welcome back here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. I'm Nick Sturdivant. As we mentioned earlier, MLK Day happening all over the country. Celebrations, I should say, are happening all over the country. And they're unique events, especially this one that I'm going to introduce to you. And we had these guests on last week to talk about the event, but a really cool event. This organization does a lot of great stuff, a lot of great work in the community, especially in the west side of Charlotte. Knothole Foundation. They hosted a free MLK baseball clinic for area youth today. And just a lot of great things that they are doing, not only teaching baseball skills, but also celebrating the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. WCNC Charlotte's Myles Harris was there. He was there braving the cold temperatures. And there's nothing for Myles. He's from Columbus, Ohio. He's used to cold weather, so it wasn't really nothing for Myles.
I'm used to it. That don't mean I like it, though. That don't mean I like it. I got out this morning. I'm sitting there scraping off my windshield, and I'm like, am I back at home right now?
Oh,
no,
man.
but it was cool, and that's the biggest thing, though, too, is that it was warm enough for these kids to come out here and obviously get on the baseball diamond, but also learn a little bit about the importance of, for example, them not being in school today, right? And so this was a really big event. And so what was awesome, though, is they had a vast amount of kids out there, a lot of kids out there. I've seen kids as young. I know it was supposed to be from ages 6 to 12, but I even, ran into a parent that brought their 4-year-old.
Oh,
and
nice.
so that's
nice.
awesome to kind of see and hear. But what was also awesome to see and hear was that it was more than just about baseball, right? Usually when we go to type of events like this, we're like, oh, they're just learning the fundamentals with a mitt, a baseball bat, things like that. But hearing from the parents and hearing from the organizers, it's not about that at all, right? It's about them learning about life lessons, about them learning about, in this case, Dr. MLK Jr.'s legacy, and really that remembrance of service. And so the biggest thing, though, too, is that we got to talk to one of the organizers, one of the coaches from the Carolina Metro Reds, and I'm like, hey, what does this mean for you to come out here? Obviously, you're teaching baseball. But what do you like about this event, right? And he was like, well, to be honest with you, I'm trying to learn some of the things that Dr. MLK did for me. I'm trying to instill that and really kind of return the favor for these kids as well. So hearing that, and then one of the things that the Carolina Metro Reds, their biggest slogan is that they work with and they teach the major league players, but they're also trying to make major league citizens. And so to kind of hear that and see that from the parents, it's a pretty cool thing, man.
What was that like, just seeing those kids out there? I mean, well, granted, they have a day off, but they're learning some important stuff out there. What was that like to see it from just obviously it's one thing doing the story as a journalist, was another thing just taking a step back and just seeing what's happening out there. For you, what was that like?
It was a cool connection because, again, I'm used to seeing these type of stories and more of them just being about the sport.
Yeah.
And so for parents, I'll put it this way. You've done it before.
Yeah,
You've done a story where like it almost kind of writes itself in a sense. That's exactly the case here, right? Like I'm asking them questions, but they're answering it in the ways that kind of want it to go, right? And so hearing it that way, hearing it from, like, we had a grandma that we had literally just ran into, and she was dropping off her grandson, and we're like, hey, what are you here for? What's the importance? And they're like, they don't just teach baseball here. They teach these life lessons, and for it to happen on a day like this makes it even more special. And what's crazy is, obviously, these kids, they got a chance to learn about baseball and things like that, and they learned about outside of that. The example with them learning about MLK is they took them up to one of the educational centers that they had there at the Knothole Foundation, at the Stick Williams Center, right? And they watched Our Friend Martin. Classic movie, but it's an MLK movie. And so they're doing their part. They're not just teaching these kids baseball. They're like, okay, why are you guys learning about this? What does MLK mean for you? And hearing these kids think about that stuff other than just a baseball mitt and a bat and stuff, it's just it's cool, man.
We grew up watching that movie.
It's crazy because I was a kid and I literally told Tommy, I was like, dude, I was a kid when this movie. I remember watching it. The main character's name was Myles. I gotta say that.
I forgot about that.
So it was just, but again, it's awesome to kind of see pieces and events like this take place, knowing that the parents, the organizers, and the kids, and even the coaches, they're all on the same page with this. It sticks with that goal, like you said, making major league citizens. It's cool to see.
A good way to also get kids, a different way to get kids engaged.
Right,
because,
exactly.
Honestly, you can't do the same thing you did in years past. So you always got to be creative because every generation of kid is different. So you have to do something different.
And that's what one of the coaches has said, though, too, is like, hey, this is an opportunity that I didn't have when I was their age. This wasn't a thing. And so for that to be here for these coaches, these players to take time out of their day to come and help these kids. That's the lesson that both parents and organizers hope kind of come across.
Myles, when can folks catch your story?
4 and 5 o'clock tonight.
4 and 5. You don't want to miss that story. They do incredible work there, Knothole Foundation. All right. Myles, again, thank you for stopping by in the studio, as always, my friend. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back here in just 2 minutes here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus.